Okay, we are live. So welcome to the Pura Vida Project Leadership Tribe Hangout, which we will now have regularly at this time on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's 5 o'clock here in Costa Rica. We're having a bit of a tropical storm right now, so in case we cut out or anything, you know why. And I want to welcome everyone to the Hangout. We have Myra on the panel. Thank you, Myra, for coming on the panel. Hello. And we may have people popping on later, so if they pop on, they pop on. This will be recorded and replay will be available in the tribe. So, I just want to kind of give everyone a bit of an update. So Romeo and I, as maybe some of you know, have had internet issues for actually like 3 months now. And we finally moved. We finally found a really awesome place. We actually moved across the country in Costa Rica back to the land of really good internet, because up more in the north, it's a little bit more touristy. There's a bit more available. So we have really fast internet. Probably this is the fastest internet we've had in Costa Rica like the past 3 years, which is amazing. I think we're at like 36 megs.
36 megs.
Yeah, 36 megs. Everyone did a speed test.
It's literally like 37%. Oh, 30, it's 300 something percent.
I think he forgets to have the headset. He's doing stuff on his phone. So I just want to update everyone. We're having these hangouts every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern for sure. We're going to have different topics. If anyone ever has an idea for a topic, then always you can post in the group or get to us. Or if anyone wants to even host the hangout, that would be awesome too. If you have something you want to train on or talk about or lead a discussion in, because this is a mastermind, then we're all for that. So today I kind of wanted to talk about a few things that have come up. Romeo and I, again, we've had internet issues. And the thing is that even though the past 3 months, it's been kind of challenging for us to have access to internet on a day-to-day basis because we actually didn't have internet at home, our business has changed a lot. And we've really, we're huge fans of the 4-hour work week. And Tim Ferriss talks about the 80-20 principle, which someone else wrote about it, but I don't remember the author. And 80-20 is pretty much cutting down all the unnecessary things that you don't need to do and focusing on the stuff that's really, is what makes your business grow, what makes you money, what builds your team, what is actually, good for the business, right? Not just things that are for busy work. And so we've honed in on a lot of those things, and there's one big thing here too, which when I talk to a lot of people, it's sometimes people have a lack of clarity. And I hope you can hear me because the storm is getting a little bit louder here. Myra, am I still good?
Yes, I can still hear you. I'm trying to get on from my computer instead of my phone, so I can hear you.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
So, a lot of people are building this business, and, Romeo and I have been traveling now and living in Costa Rica for over 3 years. And we've done different things and tried different things, and it always came down to the principles behind everything. A lot of people talk about your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this business? Why are you building Empower Network? Why are you, or if you're using iPass and Empower Network, why are you doing it? The why is something that is so crucial, and I'm going to get to kind of a book that, we're all readers here, right? Leaders are readers. So I'm going to mention a book and some of the principles in the book that I want to talk about here. And the basis of it, though, is clarity. Clarity of your purpose, clarity of your why, clarity of what you want out of your business, right? A lot of people, they start to get into the strategies, they start to get into the technicalities of things and kind of miss the mark in terms of why they're even doing it or what they want out of the business. It's an important question to ask. What kind of business do you want to run here? What is your end goal with the business? What do you want to do with your life when your business is running, right? When your business is successful? What is it you want out of it? How do you want the business to look? Do you want to be able to step away? Do you want to create a life of time freedom, right? Do you want to create residual income? Do you want to, what is it you want to do? These are things like there's a lot of amazing training in Empower Network, right? And there's one training that David Wood talks about your beliefs, right? And in terms of your beliefs, what you believe about your business is true. What you believe about your prospects and your leads is true. What you believe about your team is true. And the thing is, your beliefs can change, right? If you believe that it's very hard and that it takes a heck of a lot of sacrifice and that it's just going to take people a really long time to do it, then it's going to be true. If you believe that your prospects and your leads are, you know, maybe whining or complaining, or maybe have too many questions, or maybe they're unclear, then it's going to be true, right? Because yes, there is an energy that's going to be kind of, you're giving out an energy, right? And it's through these beliefs that we have, because it influences the way that we speak, the way that we write, you know, how we shoot videos, how we write blog posts, how we write content, and that comes through. So it always comes back to us. You know, it always comes back to that clarity of what it is that we want, right? So if your beliefs are true about your business and your beliefs are true about your leads and your prospects and about your team, then really, and if you don't like the results, then you have to come back down to yourself and ask, what is it that I want? What is it that I want in my business? What kind of people am I looking for that I want to work with, right? What kind of a business do I want to create, right? It comes back down to you. It comes back down to what you ultimately want, because this is the point of the business, right? And again, it's clarity of your why, right? Why are you ultimately doing this? What is it that you want out of it? And it really changes things. Because, you know, a lot of people, I find too, that you do, of course, have to get to know your avatar in terms of defining that avatar of who you want to work with, right? But don't start to think that you have to adapt too much to them, that maybe you have to convince people or beg, or, you know, it's not going to be that direct, but kind of like, please join me, right? It's a very different mentality, and Romeo and I have said this before. The way we operate is we're having a party no matter what, and everyone is invited, right? The people we want are invited, but we're going to have the party anyway. It's not, please come to my party. You know, please, please, if you don't come, I won't have a party. We're having a party no matter what. And it really changes things, because it really puts back the control on you, right? It puts everything back on you, and that's where your influence comes through. And if anyone, you know, if you all know, I mean, one book that was recommended to us called Influence, which is actually in the file section of our group, is an amazing book about this, about influence. And of course, the Product and Empower Network Mass Influence Formula is about that, right? Ultimately, it comes down to influence. And that comes down to clarity for each of us, right? Clarity of what you want. And it starts with you. It always starts with you, not what's out there, right? There's going to be, see, there's customers for this. Empower Network has proven time and time again that people want the product, right? There's a need in the marketplace for it. And it's finding your particular avatar and your customer of who you want to work with, right? And we talked about like buying awareness and levels of awareness in our bootcamp series that we had started, that we're going to finish now. And it talks about that, about what point people are at, right? And all of these things come into play. But it always starts with you or with me, right? And with our beliefs and with our clarity. So one book that I was going to kind of mention here, this is the Little Red Book of Selling. So that's not clear. By Jeffrey Gitomer. I don't know how to say that.
That's it's a really popular book.
Yeah, it's about sales. It's about selling. It's about, you know, just things that we learn through personal development, things that we learn through Empower Network, through iPass if you're using iPass, and just through, you know, all the personal development that's out there. If you read Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, you know, all these people, right? Well, I just want to talk about one page here. As you notice, the book is red, right? And I'm just going to quickly go over this, but he asks, why is this book red? Well, red is what he calls, I don't want to say salesperson, because a lot of people have like these weird feelings about selling or being a salesperson. It's not a good or bad thing. People kind of link certain feelings to that, where they don't want to be a salesperson or they don't want to sell. But selling is relationships. Let's just put it that way. Selling is building a relationship, right? Through trust, through, not being kind of trying to get the sale from people, but actually trying to help, trying to give value and service, and actually help someone with something, right? This is what I'm talking about with selling, and this is what he talks about, right? So red, the color red, right? That's why he made the book red, is, and I'm going to go through these points, but it's the attributes of a salesperson. So let's say the attributes of whatever you want to call yourself, a marketer, a blogger, social media marketer, right? Entrepreneur. Well, first and foremost, red is the color of passion. And it starts with passion, right? Cash in on your passion. That is a line from Empower Network, from the blog. That is what we sell, right? That is what we give people the opportunity to do, where they can actually blog about their passion and share about their passions and be able to cash in on that, be able to build a business from that. And everyone has different passions. Everyone has different dreams, different things that they love, things they love to do or be or have, right? But passion is a very important thing. And so as I go through this, I want you to ask yourself, do you have these things? Are you, of course you have them, but are they present in your business? Is this present in your business? Are you passionate in your business, right? Are you passionate with what you share? Do you love what you share? And funny enough, red is the color of love, right? You have to love what you do and love the company, right? Empower Network, what it represents for you, what you're actually showing people, because all of these things come through. They come through in your messaging, they come through in your content, in your videos, in your posts, right? Do you love it? Do you love what you're telling people about? Do you love that people can do so much with this, that people can follow their dreams, right? Whether it's to live in Costa Rica or spend more time with their family, or, we have a couple that right now, they're going to buy an RV and they're going to drive across the country and kind of explore, right? It's like there's so many things that you can do. And do you love what you can do with this? What it allows you to do, right? Red is the brightest color. So the way he says bright is smart, right? And, Tim Ferriss talks about this too, right? Working smart versus working hard. There is a big difference. And I kind of take the brightness in a different way. Your kind of unique light shining through, right? That's a slightly different part of it, but that's how I read it too. But your brightness, right? What you're good at, your strengths, are they coming through, right? And all of these things link together, right? Passion and love and that brightness, right? And also in terms of working smart versus working hard, right? Are you doing those things that actually will help to grow your business, right? Where you're focusing on those income producing activities, right? So, sorry, lost my page here. Are you visible? Next one, red is a very visible color, obviously, right? Are you visible to people? Are you visible to your audience, right? They have to see you and you have to connect with them. And this comes down to, right, just knowing how to build social media and your blog and getting your videos out there and things like that, right? So this is the training that we have in Empower and in iPass, right? And last, what he writes is red is the color of fire. Are you on fire about it, right? It's passion. But are you on fire about it? Because the way he writes, if you're not on fire, you'll lose to someone who is. And I don't like to think of it like losing, but the more passionate, the more fired up person is going to get that. It's almost, it's magnetic. It attracts people, just that passion, right? And really, you know, you don't have to be talking about anything sometimes. You know, some of the things that we've done in terms of content, they were the silliest things, but we were passionate about those things. And it connected with people, and people connected with us because of it, right? And we really, like, my motto is, I'm here to enjoy my life, and I'm going to enjoy my life in any possible way that I can, not dependent on my circumstances. Whatever it is I have to do, quote unquote, have to do, I'm going to enjoy it no matter what. Even if it's something I don't technically want to do yet, right? But I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to find the positive in it. I'm going to find the enjoyment in it because it is my life. I'm the one living it. Even if it's something that maybe I feel out of control of, it's okay. I'm still going to find the positive in it. I'm still going to make it something that, you know, it's not just time wasted or something that I'm trying to get to. The moment is now, right? And the enjoyment comes through. And that's where the passion really sparks, and the fire and the love, right? And the brightness in the way that I interpret it, right? And I really like, this is, you know, this is what I love to talk about, right? As you can probably tell, right? Because we, you know, the strategies and all these things we can go over, and we will go over, and we have a ton of training, you know, within Empower and iPass and our, you know, our tribe. But it's these underlying principles that are what really matters, right? This is the point. This is about you living your life how you want to live it, right? And again, it comes down to that clarity. Anytime I've gained clarity on something, making the decision is easy and taking the actions is easy because I'm very clear on what I'm supposed to be doing, on the direction that I'm heading, right? And then I find that enjoyment in the moment and just do the things that I want to / have to do, right? Because everything I do, I want to do, even if I think I have to, right? There's a fine line, kind of like there's a fine line between fear and excitement, right? They can be the same thing. They can feel the same way. It's just how we interpret it. It's our attitude. So I wanted to talk about that. I had some conversations recently about clarity, and it was just kind of like people were kind of getting caught up in a little bit too much of trying to adapt a little bit too much to that avatar, and then totally losing, you know, your own why of why you're even doing this, of what kind of business you even want to build, right? What kind of person you even want to bring into your business. It is a choice. It is your choice. And it is your business. And you can work with really amazing people that want to get in and want to take action and love it and are passionate and, you know, have fun, right? So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I took the mic from Romeo. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, she is right, though. I mean, it is about having fun, right? Because...
That's the thing.
That's okay.
Yeah, you think.
That's okay. Well, you know, she is right, though. I mean, it is all about having fun, right? I mean, if you're not going to have fun, then what's the point, right? Because, I mean, one thing that I realized is that if I'm not having fun, if I'm not doing what I want, then I might as well not do it, right? Because it's like, what is the basis of life? It's to do what you want, right? I mean, for a lot of people, this is kind of like hard to accept because it's like, there's like certain things that they want to do, but really, it really comes down to doing what you want, right? To getting your freedom, to accomplishing this one thing that most people can't have because it's like they have a lot of barriers in their minds, you know, a lot of old programming, you know, a lot of old beliefs and stuff that are stopping them, right? But really, it comes down to you. It comes down to what you want and what you want to do, right? And what you were saying about the avatar, right? A lot of people get trapped into this whole thing where it's like, you know, I gotta do what these, you know, what my avatar really wants, right? Just so I can get the sale or kind of thing, right? But a lot of people forget that it's about them, right? What she was saying, right? That it's about them, it's about you, right? That's what I mean, right? It's about you and getting what it is that you want, right? So I don't know if there's anything they can add to that, but that's basically what it is.
Well, it links back and forth, right? Because when you're clear on who you want to work with, for example, and how you want to build your business, you're in a better position now to actually help the people that you want to bring into your business, right? And I mean, what we do here is inspire and guide people to the products, to the training, to do the things that are already there, right? All of these things are there for us, right?
One thing that I wanted to add is, you know, in terms of like recruiting, in terms of putting people into Empower, in terms of enrolling people into a business, into Empower Network, or into iPass, or into our group, right? There's a difference between getting someone who's ready to join and somebody who kind of is thinking about it, right? A lot of people tend to beg other people to join their business, stuff like that. But what I'm going to tell you right now is going to kind of shift your business, right? You actually need to qualify people, right? People that want to go into your team, you actually need to qualify them, right? Because I mean, for us, this is what we've been doing for like the past 2 years, right? We don't just, you know, a lot of people want to join our team, right? Or our business, but we're like, no, you can't join, because it's like there's a lot of things that most people need to get over first, right? Before they can even do anything with us, right? Because this is how we qualify people, right? So this is kind of like what is it called? This is kind of like for most people, this is kind of like a paradigm shift, right?
Because again, like what Romeo's saying is that it comes down to your decision, right? And it's not that, you know, we're like, well, no, you can't work with us. It's more like, you know, if someone has a question, we give them an answer, right? And ask them to do something. Like if someone wants to join the business, what is it that you want to do with it, right? It's not just, you know, just come in and join and, you know, do these things. What do you actually want to do? What do you actually want to accomplish here? And if a person can't answer that, or can't make that next step, or even watch a training of some sort, and they don't do that, then that's where it stops, right? But that person has to be proactive in what they want and what they want to do, because that's also how they're going to be when they come into the business.
Yeah, because
right?
This is about you, right? Because it's about you and bringing the people that you want to bring in, right?
So it all, you know, it all links, because we are here obviously to be of service to people and be able to help people. But the people, who is it that we want to help? The people that want it, the people that are actually ready, right? The people that want to take action, the people that are kind of sick and tired of being sick and tired and are just ready to go for it, right? That's who we want. That's who we want to work with, right? And we had to make that decision and be very clear about that. So that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about. So, you know, now we're kind of, this is probably going to be a short hangout. I see Myra's busy. There's a little person there. So cute. Giving you kisses. That is so sweet.
Yes, yes. That's great information. So, I agree with you on that. You know, it just makes your it just makes your life harder when you've got a lot of people who you're begging. You're going to be begging them to do everything all along the way. You know, you're going to be begging them to get on the Hangout. You'll be begging them. You know, so I totally agree with y'all, and I've experienced that before in my other businesses, because I was desperate, because I wasn't taught how to do attraction marketing and things like that. So I totally agree.
He is so cute.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Did you want to add anything, Myra?
No, like I said, I agree with you, and I've experienced that. So, I think you need to pre-qualify people. I think Tara posted about that yesterday, or a couple days ago, about she turned down a few people. That's a professional that does something like that, because it's tough to turn people down when you want to grow your business and stuff. But like I said, then it just continues. It doesn't stop at signing up. You begged them and begged them and begged them, and they signed up, and then you have to keep begging them all the way. And usually people like that are going to quit on you anyway.
Yeah. And it really, it's about where you put your time as well, right? And the way we always looked at it is we want to build long term. We're here to stay, right? And, we've seen a lot of people come and go since we've joined Empower, a lot of people. And we decided we weren't going to do that. We're here to stay. And so the way, the decision, sometimes it's hard to make these decisions, like you said, Myra, right? Because sometimes you want to get the sales. But again, we always come back to, you know, how is it we really want our business to be long term? How do we actually want to build, you know, a culture in our team, and we want to actually have everything kind of continue on where it doesn't just drop or stop or anything, right? And we want to enjoy it. We want to have fun with it. We want to work with people that are super awesome, like you, like so
Thank
many
you.
people in our team. I mean,
This is
we
the
have
result.
such an amazing community, and people are so positive, right? People are so supportive, and I love that. And that was our intention, and it just to grow that, just to keep growing that, right? Sorry,
For sure.
what were you gonna say?
I don't remember what I was going to say. It's just
So we'll kind of wrap this up. Don't really, you know, have much to say. We'll probably just talk in circles. Thankfully, the storm is ending, and it didn't affect our internet, which is like the first, because usually our internet would go out. So we are
That's
blessed
it's
with like
usually
really
the
amazing internet
and then
now.
the power, right? Or like
Yeah.
the power and then their internet.
Yeah.
At that point, it doesn't really matter because everything's out.
Yeah. So thank you, Myra, for coming on. You know, this is recorded, and
There's actually a lot of people watching right now.
yeah, we have viewers. You know, if anyone, you know, if Myra or anyone watching the replay, if you have ideas for topics or you want to host a hangout, you know, for sure we're all open to that. If you want to train on something, on strategies or on personal development or anything, just to help the team, you know, or even mastermind together, we do different things always. So we're going to be here every week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and just wanted to say Pura Vida, guys. We always say Pura Vida.
Bye.
Thanks, Myra, for coming on.
Thank you.